6 lucky numbers to win big and get rich on the 12th of August, 2025 Buddhist teachings. In Buddhist teachings, luck isn't random. It's a reflection of alignment. When your inner world is clear, grounded and open, life responds in kind. And sometimes, that alignment arrives in the form of symbols like numbers that seem to appear at just the right moment. As we approach August 12th, 2025, a powerful energetic window opens a day where ancient numerology and mindful intention come together to invite transformation, abundance, and deep inner clarity. But this isn't about gambling or superstition. It's about recognizing signs, tuning in, and using that awareness to create real, tangible shifts in your life. In today's special episode, we'll explore 6 lucky numbers not as magic tricks, but as sacred reflections of where you are and where life is gently guiding you next. Each number holds a message about wealth, resilience, rebirth, and spiritual readiness. Rooted in Buddhist principles like impermanence, right intention, and mindful action, these numbers are here to help you align not just with fortune, but with freedom. So whether you're looking for a fresh start, hoping to unlock financial flow, or simply seeking deeper purpose, these teachings can help you see that luck isn't something you wait for. It's something you cultivate one conscious breath, one choice, one aligned number at a time. Let's begin the journey. 1. Number 5. Dynamic transformation. Number 5. Dynamic transformation is not just a symbol, but a call to awaken your inner power and take decisive action. In Buddhist thought, change is the only constant, and number 5 arrives like a ripple across the stillness of your life, reminding you that even the deepest calm must eventually move. This number is often linked with transformation that's uncomfortable but necessary, urging us to shed outdated habits, step out of the known, and embrace new directions with courage. Especially under the influence of Mercury in August 2025, the energy of 5 becomes like a wind at your back, pushing you toward financial breakthroughs, professional shifts, and personal growth that has been long overdue. As the Dhammapada teaches, just as a snake sheds its skin, we must shed our past over and over again. The number 5 often shows up when the soul has had enough of delay, when procrastination has turned into inner restlessness, and it becomes clear that waiting is no longer wisdom but avoidance. In today's fast-paced world, we often fear change because it threatens our comfort zones, yet true prosperity, both spiritual and material, only blooms when we're willing to disrupt our patterns. It may mean leaving a job that no longer fulfills you, starting a passion project you've put off, or even setting clearer financial goals with bold steps to match. Just as the Buddha said, to live a pure, unselfish life, one must count nothing as one's own in the midst of abundance. So too does the number 5 remind us that richness begins not with accumulation, but with motion, the willingness to keep flowing forward. If you've been feeling a nudge lately, a subtle but persistent urge to do something different, consider this number as sacred confirmation that now is the time. Let this energy lift you not recklessly, but purposefully, and know that fortune often favors those who move with mindful intention. 2. Number 10. Completion and new beginning. Number 10 carries a powerful meaning. It's not just about something ending, it's also about something new beginning. In Buddhist thought, every ending is a sacred turning point, an invitation to grow beyond the old and step into a fresh chapter with peace in your heart. This number is like a quiet bell ringing to remind you that life moves in cycles and you are exactly where you need to be. Have you ever had a dream or goal that you set aside, thinking it wasn't the right time, or maybe you doubted yourself? The energy of the number 10 gently nudges you to revisit those dreams, not with pressure, but with clarity. It tells you, what you went through wasn't in vain. those struggles, those delays, they were all guiding you to now. There's no need to rush or force things anymore. Peace, presence, and trust in the natural unfolding of life. That's the essence here. Let me share a short story. James, a carpenter from Oregon, used to jot down his goals every year, but most of them never saw the light. One day, after watching a video about the power of the number 10 and how it connects to spiritual timing, he felt called to pick up an old business plan he'd shelved for over a decade. On August 12th, using the number 10 as his guide and intention, he finally launched his small, handcrafted furniture business. Within a year, his work was being featured in magazines. He often says, "That number gave me the permission to begin again with trust." Now think for a moment, what have you put aside, thinking your time had passed? What if this is your turning point? The number 10 isn't asking you to hustle harder. It's inviting you to tune into your own timing and allow things to unfold with calm purpose. In the end, the teaching is simple but profound. Endings are not failures, they are sacred transitions. Use this energy wisely, let go of fear, and walk forward with presence. 3. Number 14. The quiet force of rebuilding. Number 14 is more than just a number. It's a symbol of inner transformation, the kind that happens not when everything is easy, but when you've walked through fire and come out wiser, steadier, and more deeply grounded. If you look closely, this number brings together the energy of one, the spark of a new beginning, the courage to take the first step, and 4, which represents foundation, stability, and structure. Together, they whisper a message. Don't just start over, build something better with what you've learned. Can you think of a time in your life when you had to rebuild, not because everything was lost, but because you had finally gained the clarity and strength to create something more meaningful? That's the essence of 14. It doesn't come loudly. It appears in those quiet moments of your life when something shifts deep within, urging you to let go of what no longer serves you and create something truer, more lasting. The Buddha once said, "Just as a solid rock is not shaken by the storm, even so the wise are not affected by praise or blame." In the same way, this number asks you to rebuild from a place of wisdom, not desperation. It's about aligning your actions with your values, setting up a life structure that reflects who you've become. So, as we move closer to August 12th, ask yourself, what part of my life is asking to be rebuilt, not rushed, not repeated, but renewed with clarity and purpose? Sometimes, life doesn't need a complete reset. It needs a wiser foundation. If you've watched up to this point, you're already opening the door to abundance on August 12th, 2025. Comment below with lucky path to affirm your belief in these powerful teachings and numbers. Don't miss a moment. Stay until the end to discover how these 6 lucky numbers, rooted in Buddhist wisdom, could lead you to unexpected fortune and prosperity. 4. Number 18. Quiet endurance. Number 18, quiet endurance, carries a profound spiritual message that speaks directly to those moments in life when we feel weary, tested beyond our limits, or emotionally spent. This number often appears not during easy times, but when you are quietly enduring, showing up every day despite the weight you carry inside. In Buddhist thought, this kind of inner perseverance is deeply respected, as it mirrors the journey of the Bodhisattva, one who continues walking the path not for personal gain, but for the benefit of all beings. The combination of 1 and 8 adds up to 9, a number traditionally associated with completion, wisdom, and spiritual evolution. In this sense, 18 doesn't just reflect current struggles. It is a gentle reminder that something is coming full circle within you. Sometimes, it's not the external achievements that mark success, but the silent transformations that occur when no one is watching. As the Buddha once said, endurance is one of the most difficult disciplines, but it is to the one who endures that the final victory comes. This number asks you not to push harder, but to soften, to pause, and honor the internal shifts already happening. In modern life, where productivity is often valued above peace, number 18 invites you to see strength in slowing down and to trust that growth is not always visible. For those quietly healing, holding on, or rebuilding themselves from the inside out, this number is your affirmation. Let your patience be your power, and know that in the stillness, something sacred is maturing within you. Stay the course with grace, and trust that this inner work is laying the foundation for outer abundance to follow. 5. Number 27. The Awakening. On August 12, 2025, if you find yourself drawn to the number 27, take it as a powerful sign. It's what we call the awakening. This number doesn't shout, it whispers. It tends to appear in the quiet moments of your life, early mornings, a pause in the middle of your day, or even during an evening walk when your thoughts start to settle. This isn't a number of chasing or doing. Instead, it's a sacred invitation to slow down, breathe, and realign with what truly matters. In Buddhist teachings, this aligns deeply with the middle way, a path not of extremes but of balance, where you are present, aware, and grounded in the now. Number 27 encourages you to look inward, to reflect honestly, and to let go of goals that no longer serve your higher purpose. Maybe you've been holding on to a version of yourself that no longer fits. This number reminds you that growth sometimes comes not through action, but through healing, honesty, and stillness. Let's take the story of Jake from Oregon. In 2022, he stumbled upon the number 27 repeatedly while meditating during a hard time in his life. He didn't rush to change jobs or make bold moves. Instead, he began journaling, simplifying his lifestyle, and reconnecting with nature. Within a year, he felt clearer, more fulfilled, and surprisingly, opportunities came to him without force. He later said, "It wasn't the money that changed my life. It was the clarity that came when I stopped trying so hard." Have you ever felt that subtle nudge telling you to pause and listen instead of doing more? If so, what would happen if you trusted it? Perhaps that's your own awakening waiting to unfold. The lesson of the number 27 is this: real luck isn't always about winning big instantly. It's about aligning with the truth of who you are, and when you do that, everything else follows. Let the number guide you not just to riches, but to real richness within. 6. Number 44. The Spiritual Rebuilder. Let's take a moment to reflect on the powerful number 44, often known as the Spiritual Rebuilder. Now, if you've been feeling like your life is in the middle of transformation, somewhere between falling apart and coming together, then this number may be trying to speak to you. In numerology, the number 4 represents grounding, structure, and stability, like the 4 legs of a table that hold everything steady. So, when this energy is doubled into 44, it carries an even deeper meaning, the call to rebuild not just physically, but spiritually and emotionally from the inside out. It's a number that doesn't just whisper, it echoes a message of divine transformation. Think of it as a signpost that appears when you're on the edge of a breakthrough, but still moving through the storm. Historically, mystics like Baba Vanga and even Nostradamus interpreted the number 44 as a kind of sacred bridge, a symbol that appears in times of chaos to lead us toward clarity and light. But let me ask you this: have you ever felt like something is guiding you, even when things don't make sense? That's the quiet wisdom behind 44. It asks you to have faith, to be still inside, and to trust the process even when the path seems uncertain. In the words of the Buddha, no matter how hard the past, you can always begin again. This number reminds us that rebuilding is not a setback, it's a sacred part of our journey. And here's something you can try today. Take a few minutes to meditate, and as you breathe slowly, Visualize the number 44 as a golden light surrounding you. Let it flow through your body like warm sunlight, steadying your heart, calming your thoughts, and anchoring you to your inner truth. What part of your life is asking to be rebuilt with more awareness and compassion? Reflect on that. Because 44 isn't just a lucky number for August 12th, it's an invitation to rise stronger, to build with soul, and to step into a version of yourself that is rooted, clear, and deeply aligned with your purpose. Keep this in mind as we explore more lucky numbers in this series, and remember, true wealth isn't just found in what we win, but in what we become. Now that you've discovered the 6 lucky numbers for the 12th of August, it's time to take the next step on your abundance journey. Comment "Wealth Energy Activated" below to show you're ready to align your mind and spirit with prosperity. Up next, open your wealth energy, a simple morning practice to welcome abundance into your life. Don't miss it. Open your wealth energy, a simple morning practice for abundance. Tired of feeling stuck when it comes to money, like no matter how hard you work, the flow just isn't there? What if the real block isn't out there, but inside your mindset and daily habits? You don't need superstition or complex rituals to shift your energy toward wealth. Just a few intentional minutes each morning can help you rewire your focus, boost your confidence, and take aligned action toward real financial growth. This isn't magic, it's strategy grounded in clarity, consistency, and conscious effort. Let's unlock that wealth energy with a simple, no-fluff daily ritual. Step 1. Set your space. The first and most essential step to opening your wealth energy begins with how you prepare your space. This isn't just about tidying up your physical surroundings, it's about creating a peaceful atmosphere that supports mental clarity and emotional balance. Whether you choose to sit comfortably on a cushion, stand in a quiet corner of your room, or even remain seated at the edge of your bed, what matters most is that the space feels intentional, clean, and free from noise or clutter that pulls your focus away. As you settle in, take a long, slow breath, not to simply breathe, but to send a signal to your entire being that you're entering a new state of awareness. This single breath is your gateway into the present moment, helping you clear away the chatter of yesterday and the worries of tomorrow. With each exhale, feel yourself releasing mental distractions, letting go of that inner voice that constantly reminds you of your to-do list, responsibilities, or doubts. You're not trying to suppress your thoughts, you're simply choosing not to follow them. If it resonates with you, you can light a candle or a stick of incense, not as a ritual of luxury, but as a small, sacred act of presence. The flicker of a flame or the subtle scent of natural incense can serve as a gentle anchor, reminding your mind to stay centered. But remember, this isn't mandatory. The goal is not to create a picture-perfect setting, but to create a moment of connection, a space where your energy is undisturbed and ready to align with abundance. If lighting something doesn't speak to you, the quiet itself can be just as powerful. Even the act of simply placing your phone on silent and closing a door can turn an ordinary space into a sanctuary. What you're really doing here is sending a message both to your mind and the universe that you're ready to shift from distraction to intention. And when we shift into intention, even small actions carry powerful energy. So, as you set your space, treat it as more than preparation. Treat it as a loving gesture to yourself. You're creating a pause in the day that says, "I matter, my energy matters, and I am ready to align with the flow of abundance." This small, deliberate beginning is what opens the door to transformation, because energy flows where attention goes. If your attention begins in calm, focused presence, then your day is much more likely to reflect that same abundance in return. So take this first step seriously, not with pressure, but with care, because it is the foundation for everything that follows. And just as the roots of a tree determine how strong it will stand, the way you set your space will determine how open you are to receiving what life wants to give. Let this be your gentle start, your quiet doorway into a more abundant, energized, and purposeful day. Step 2. Wealth-Affirming Visualization. Now that you've created a calm, intentional space to begin your day, it's time to move deeper into the practice by awakening the energy of wealth from within. This next step, wealth-affirming visualization, is not about daydreaming or wishful thinking, but about training your inner vision to align with the life you truly want to live. So gently close your eyes, settle into the stillness you've created, and allow your breath to remain steady and soft. Begin to picture a version of your life where you are already financially secure and free, not in the distant future, but as if it's happening right now. Where are you? Are you in your home, relaxed and at peace? Are you traveling somewhere that brings you joy? Are you spending your time in nature, working on a meaningful project, or simply enjoying the presence of loved ones? Whatever your unique vision looks like, let it come into focus naturally, without forcing it. This is your moment to connect with the version of yourself that is no longer chasing abundance, but living in it. As you step into this inner picture, begin to pay attention to the small details, not just what's around you, but what's happening within you. What do you feel in your body when you know that money is no longer a source of fear, pressure, or limitation? Do your shoulders drop? Does your breath deepen? Is there a sense of lightness in your chest, or a warm, steady feeling in your heart? These are the signals that your nervous system is beginning to believe this reality, and that belief is where true energetic alignment begins. Who are you with in this moment? Are you surrounded by people you care about, people who support you, or perhaps spending intentional time alone, finally having the freedom to choose how your day unfolds? These aren't random mental images, they're a reflection of what your soul recognizes as meaningful. And when you start seeing and feeling this clearly, even if just for a few minutes each morning, you start to show up differently in your real life. Now comes the most powerful part, gratitude. As you visualize this abundant version of your life, allow yourself to feel thankful for it, not as if you're hoping it might happen, but as if it's already true. Can you feel gratitude rising in your heart for the freedom, the peace, and the stability that this version of your life offers? Gratitude is not just a reaction, it's a vibration. And when you feel grateful before anything arrives, you attract that energy toward you more naturally. In this moment, remind yourself gently, I am already enough. I am already worthy. Wealth flows to me in expected and unexpected ways. These affirmations, when repeated with sincerity, begin to overwrite the stories that say you're lacking, behind, or not deserving. So ask yourself honestly, what would it feel like to wake up every day knowing that you are fully supported? What choices would you make? How would you speak to yourself? What energy would you bring to others? As you continue with this practice, notice how your mind begins to soften, how your fears around money start to loosen their grip, and how your sense of possibility gently expands. When you begin the day with this kind of intentional visualization, you're not just calming your mind, you're setting a powerful, energetic tone that ripples through your decisions, your interactions, and your confidence. You start responding to life as someone who is already aligned with abundance rather than someone chasing after it. And from that place, new ideas, solutions, and opportunities often begin to show up more effortlessly. This isn't magic, it's alignment. So, as you slowly open your eyes and come back to the present, carry that feeling with you, the clarity, the calm, the quiet confidence of someone who is already in tune with their wealth energy. This is more than a morning ritual. It's a way of resetting your internal compass each day to point toward abundance rather than fear or lack. The lesson here is simple but powerful. The way you see yourself shapes the way life responds to you. When you begin your day by seeing yourself as already abundant, your actions begin to reflect that truth, and your life starts to unfold in harmony with it. Let this be your quiet revolution, a daily return to inner wealth that gradually transforms your outer world. Step 3. Speak a grounded intention. Now that you've calmed your space and tuned your inner vision toward abundance, it's time to anchor your energy through the power of spoken intention. This next step, speaking a grounded intention, may seem simple at first glance, but its impact is far-reaching. Words are not just sounds, they carry energy, meaning, and vibration. And when spoken with awareness, they become a bridge between your inner world and the reality you're creating. You've already visualized the feeling of wealth and freedom now. With this step, you declare your readiness to live it. Speak aloud a clear intention like, I choose actions that create value and attract wealth. I am open to opportunities and ready to receive. But don't just repeat the words, speak them with presence, as though every syllable matters. Feel them echo in your body and settle into your heart. In Buddhist teachings, there's a simple truth. What we think, we become. What we feel, we attract. What we speak, we create. So when you say your intention, you're not making a wish, you're setting a direction for your energy, your focus, and your decisions for the day. Have you ever noticed how your mood and choices can shift based on the first thoughts or conversations you have in the morning? Whether you wake up feeling scattered or centered can shape your whole day. That's why this practice of speaking intention is so powerful. It cuts through noise and helps you steer your mind toward a place of conscious action. Ask yourself, what kind of energy do you want to carry with you today? Are you leading with fear and doubt, or are you stepping forward with clarity and trust? Your intention acts like a compass, gently guiding you back to what matters even when distractions come up, and they always do. This is not about forcing positivity or pretending everything is perfect. It's about claiming your ability to choose how you respond, how you contribute, and how you receive. As the Buddha said, you are the master of your mind. You are the maker of your destiny. When you speak an intention that feels grounded and true, you take responsibility for the energy you bring into the world, and that, in itself, is a form of wealth. Let your intention be both specific and spacious. You might say, today, I choose to focus on what I can control, and I welcome support in unexpected ways. Or, I trust that every challenge brings me closer to abundance. Whatever words you choose, make sure they come from a place of self-respect, not desperation. This practice isn't about asking the universe to fix your life. It's about declaring your willingness to participate in its unfolding. And when you say your intention aloud, yes, even if it feels awkward at first, you begin to hear your own voice as a source of truth and direction. That's no small thing. In a world full of noise, reclaiming the power of your voice is a bold and healing act. So, how do you know if your intention is truly grounded? Ask yourself, does it feel honest? Does it reflect the energy I want to bring into the world today? Does it invite possibilities rather than trying to control outcomes? The most powerful intentions come from a place of alignment, not anxiety. And the more consistently you speak them, the more they begin to shape your beliefs, your behavior, and your boundaries. You start to move through your day with more clarity, noticing opportunities that once passed you by, making choices that are more in tune with your values, and letting go of things that no longer serve your growth. Over time, this simple practice becomes more than a morning ritual, it becomes a way of life. As Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh said, words can travel thousands of miles. May my words create mutual understanding and love. Let your words this morning travel with you throughout the day, quietly shaping your interactions, decisions, and state of mind. And so, As you wrap up this third step of your wealth energy practice, take a moment to sit in silence and let your intentions settle deep within. You've prepared your space, you've connected with your vision, and now you've spoken your truth into the world. That is the full cycle of internal alignment, thought, feeling, and action in harmony. The specific lesson here is this: your voice is sacred, and your words shape the path you walk. Use them wisely, with care and confidence. Each time you speak from a grounded place, you realign with the energy of abundance, not because you're chasing it, but because you're walking with it. Keep practicing, stay open, and let each morning bring you closer to the version of yourself who lives not in fear of scarcity, but in the quiet power of enough. Now that you've completed step 3, speaking your grounded intention, we'd love to hear your voice. Drop your intention in the comments below as a way to affirm it and inspire others in the community. Remember, when you speak it and share it, you strengthen it. Comment below: today, I choose to focus on what I can control, and I welcome support in unexpected ways. Your words matter. Let them guide you and uplift others on this journey of mindful abundance. Step 4. Take a tiny aligned action. Step 4 in your morning practice to open your wealth energy is all about moving from intention into motion, not with pressure, but with purpose. This step asks you to take one tiny, aligned action each morning, something so simple and manageable that you can do it in just a few minutes, yet powerful enough to shift your energy toward real, grounded abundance. Why is this important? Because energy only becomes real when it's expressed through action. As the Buddha taught, an idea that is developed and put into action is more important than an idea that exists only as an idea. So once your space is set, your vision clear, and your intentions spoken, you now take that inner alignment and apply it to one practical step that supports your financial well-being. You don't need to do all the things, just one. You might choose to organize your finances, even if that means simply checking your bank balances and taking a quick note of where things stand. Awareness is the beginning of empowerment. Or you could commit to learning one new thing about investing or business each morning, maybe a page of a book, a podcast snippet, or a 5-minute video that introduces you to something new. Another simple but powerful action is canceling a subscription you no longer use, not just to save money, but to send a message to yourself that your resources deserve your awareness and care. Some mornings, you might feel inspired to write down 3 ideas for a side hustle or small business. Don't judge them or overthink. Just give them space to exist on paper. If you want something even simpler, just review your spending from yesterday, no guilt, just honest observation, and allow yourself to see the patterns you're creating. You could even transfer $5 to $10 into your savings or investment account. It's not about the amount, but the act of choosing your future over impulse. Another small but deeply nourishing task is reading just one page from a personal finance or money mindset book. Let your mind slowly absorb new perspectives. Or perhaps the action that fits you today is brainstorming a few ways you could add more value to your current work or service, whether it's by improving your communication, helping a colleague, or creating something useful for others. Every one of these actions carries intention, and when repeated daily, even for just 7 to 21 days, they begin to retrain your habits, sharpen your awareness, and help you feel the reality of abundance, not just hope for it. In our modern lives, it's easy to fall into the illusion that big change requires big effort, but often it's the small, quiet shifts that lead to the most sustainable growth. As Zen Master Dogen said, "A flower falls, even though we love it, and a weed grows, even though we do not love it." That means what we nourish, even through tiny daily acts, is what will grow. So ask yourself each morning, What one small action can I take today that honors my intention, supports my financial growth, and reminds me that I am not waiting for abundance, I am already building it? Let this step be the bridge between your inner work and outer reality, and know that each time you show up, even with the smallest effort, you are shifting your path, one aligned step at a time. And there you have it, 6 powerful numbers, not as superstition, but as sacred reflections to help you align with abundance, clarity, and purpose on August 12th, 2025. Remember, true luck isn't about chance, it's about awareness, intention, and right action. If this message resonated with you, take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who might need a sign right now, and subscribe to The Journey of Wisdom. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss another insight rooted in spiritual depth and mindful living. Until next time, stay grounded, stay open, and walk your path with wisdom.